Hello guys! Today is the last day of February, so that means March is almost coming and we can make some new pages for our bullet journal. So in this video I will show you my setup for March 2018. I will show you how I made my videos and how I made my pages and how I decorated them. But first let's have a look at what materials I've used. To start off, I use a bullet journal that is from a Dutch brand, but you can use any bullet journal that you like. I use fine liners by Staedtler in a variety of colors, and I also use their fine liners for the inking parts. Besides this, I also use the pastel colors. Yes, that must be it. The pastel colors by Staedtler as well. I really like them, the colors are so beautiful. And also for decorating my pages I used a B pencil, eraser and a Faber-Castell Pitt brush pen. Before we start working on our pages for March, let's have a look at what I've made in February. I started off with a banner page to introduce the new month, and next to that I've made a monthly log to have an overview of all the days in the month and to write down some important dates and birthdays. On the next two pages I have a habit tracker where I keep track of my habits and what songs I like to listen to in February. And on the right side I have a Netflix tracker where I wrote down all of the movies I've watched and my ratings of it. Up next I had a page where I wrote down some interesting dreams, and next to that I had a page for some lovely memories from February. And then the last two pages of February I made a quote and an exercise tracker. So the first page we're going to decorate is the banner page, and this one will introduce the new month of March. So I spent quite a lot of time working on this one because I think it's an important page. And I thought about what comes to mind if I think about March, and to me there was spring, so I wanted to keep a light theme, so I'm using the pastel markers throughout the entire month. And I'm going to make some nice leaves and green, and I'm going to add some of the color to it as well. So I started off the design of this page by making some circles around a random jar that I found around the house, and I made sure that the circles didn't overlap, and I know it looks sloppy, but that was what I was going for. And then I used my fine liners to draw some leaves and to also add some details to that, and also to make some flowers. In the middle of the circles I lettered the word March with my Faber-Castell Pitt pen. It's a brush pen, so that's very nice for the hand lettering. And I made a small line next to all the right sides of the letters, and this will give it an interesting effect. And underneath the word I added a line with two pastel markers that are blended in together. Also, I should warn you and mention that a lot of things will be going wrong in this video, and that's because I just mess up sometimes, and well, after 5 or 6 pages my focus is all off, and what am I saying, also in the first pages I'm making mistakes, so just bear with me and see how you can also have creative ways of fixing some mistakes. So on the next page we have our monthly log, and this page gives us an overview of the days of the month, and I like to write down some important dates and birthdays. So for the title I first wrote down monthly log using the pastel green, and then when that has dried a bit I hand letter the same word through the green pastel. And this is a style you will see me using a lot throughout this video, because I wanted to try this out and see what it looked like, and I kind of like it, but in the end I will also change something. To fill up this page a bit more, I pick a sticker that I have of a cake and I put that in front of the birthday sections just to decorate this page a bit more. So on the next page I'm going to make my habit tracker, and I'm using the same style for the title as I did on the monthly log. But as you can see in this video, I started out too big, so this is one of my first mistakes here, that the letters in the start are too big and then I don't have enough space to fill the entire word onto the page. So I kind of find out when I'm halfway through the word, and then I'm like, shit, what do I do now? But I just kind of make two small letters at the end to some sort of fit the word in, and I know it looks a bit odd, but oh well, nobody's perfect. For the habit tracker, I like to make it in a vertical way, so I can color in one square every day if I've done something. And here we also come across my second problem, straight lines. They are my worst nightmare. I just can't. So actually in this habit tracker I think it turned out alright, because I really took my time and paid attention to using the ruler in the correct way, so you don't really see that I have troubles with lines, but still I don't like making straight lines. For this month I've decided to make a mood tracker for the first time, and I've come up with this idea that is in line with the spring theme. So I'm drawing a tree, and the sort of leaves I can color in every day, and this will give me an overview of my mood throughout the month. On the next page I'm going to keep track of what movies I've watched in March, and also the songs I'd like to listen to in March. So for the Netflix part, I am drawing the title in the same way as I did with the other titles, and I'm making some sort of an outline that has a movie theme. And for the songs part, I am also making an outline, making some music, cartoons, and I'm writing the title in the same way as I did with the other ones. Then we move on to one of my favorite pages. It's the dream log page, and it's so cute. I make the title using the same style as I did the others, and I made some clouds and a moon hanging from the top of the page. For the next page we'll have to turn the bullet journal around, because this is the way it fits best, because I'm making an exercise tracker, and here I keep track of my movement every day, and also if I've actually reached the advised amount of movement, which is 30 minutes of exercise every day. The next page is a bit of a new and experimental page. This will be my art tracker page, and here I have sketched a pencil, and I'm going to fill in one square for every hour that I've spent drawing in March, and I hope to fill up the entire pencil by the end of the month. And on this page I will also list some drawing ideas and what I've actually drawn during the month March. The next page is also a new and experimental idea, and this one is called One Line a Day. And I've seen a lot of people do this, and I think that I want to try this out and see if it's something I could do. So what you do is you summarize your day in one sentence and then write down that sentence for the entire month. So in the end of the month you'll have 31 sentences that sort of summarize how your month was. Thanks for still sticking around, guys. We've arrived at the last 2 pages that I'm going to make. So on the left one I'm going to make a quote somewhere during this month, I don't know yet, but on the right one I'm going to make my monthly memories page, and I think this is my favorite page because in the end of the month this one is going to be filled with lovely memories and pictures and things that I did during the month March. Okay, so now it's time for the final flip through, and this will give you an overview of all the pages that I've made. In the beginning I wasn't so fond of how it was going. I felt like I was ruining it and that it all looked very sloppy, but in the end I am pretty okay with how it turned out, and this style is so different than the style I used in the previous month. But I really liked the pastel pens and the way I used the calligraphy in the title. And I like that the pastel colors, they keep coming back in every page, and they give this really nice light and spring feeling. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and comment below which page is your favorite and if you also keep track of a bullet journal.